Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, September 24th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is my yin can nurture my yang and my yang can nurture my yin. And I have to tell you, it's really funny. I had just started recording this and I found myself saying yin, and I find that I combine yin and yang into the word ying and write that all of the time. So just an interesting thing. Today, not too much going on. We are finishing up the Scorpio moon, and the Scorpio moon is going to bring a strong aspect into what we're going to look at today, especially around the yin and the yang energy. Probably the biggest thing is what we talked about yesterday, Mars opposite Neptune. So Mars in Virgo, taking action in this practical manner. But if we can utilize what we learned during the sun in Virgo time, taking action in a way that is whole, that is wholesome, that is holy in its integrity, in your integrity to your soul, honoring that and tapping into our intuition. That's that Neptune piece, tapping into our intuition to help guide us. And the thing is, when we're listening to our soul, when we're listening to our intuition, things are not always going to make sense. And so there could be some confusion in and through this energy, in and through this opposition. I don't really know which way to go. Well, maybe that is your sign to not be moving, not be taking action, but rather be in a space of being in a space of presence, finding that sense, that sense, basically, that space of balance within yourself so that you can be still and listen. I have pulled over and over the last few days this maturity card, and I do think this is a big part of what we are currently doing. We are coming into our wholeness. We're coming into an understanding of our wholeness. So how do you stay in that place of maturity? Well, you stay in a place of maturity by honoring your personal integrity, by honoring the mission, the lessons, the messages from your soul, and then flowing, there's that Neptune energy, flowing and moving in accordance with that. We have the moon in Scorpio sextiling Mercury. So here's where this energy can come in. And what I was thinking about was, it's not all black and white. And I have my yin and yang painting that I started and haven't been able to finish because I've been busy here, which is nice. Here it is, started. It's like the yin within the yang, and the yin within the yang, and it's, goes deeper and deeper. But what my plan is for painting outside here, shades of gray. Because the thing is that the world is not just black and white. There are shades of gray. And so often we're like, it's going to be this way, or it's going to be that way. And so often the world's like, there's a whole spectrum between this and that, where you have to explore. There's a whole spectrum of lessons in between here. So that moon in Scorpio is like, okay, there's a spectrum to investigate when it comes to that Mercury in Virgo. Again, it has this very practical outlook. It can have a very mental outlook. And I do have the mind energy as one of the cards today. But to be in your maturity, you have to take your heart with you. And so, let's just say the mind is the white and the heart is the black. What shades of gray come in between to bring forth this harmony? That's part of your work today, and that's part of balancing the yin and the yang energy. We have the sun today in Libra moving from 1 degree to 2 degrees. 1 degree, again, that pioneer taking action from the heart energy, but 2, that brings in this essence of nurturing. 2 brings in the essence of partnership. And what is yin and yang but a partnership of the divine feminine, divine masculine energies in between, in gathering together within you, supporting you in your, how you personally show up, in what energy format you personally show up. We all have varying frequencies of these energies that we show up in. And I love that from Gaia Oracle today, I have pulled the yin and the yang card. And I'm going to read this because I think this goes really well with these 2 aspects that we talked about. All right, so it says, there is currently disharmony in some area of your life due to your refusal to accept certain aspects of your personality. Nothing about you is bad. Every trait or quality you possess serves a worthwhile purpose. Moreover, any trait or quality that you lack, you actually have. Make a list of all the things that you don't like. Then think about how each of these things serves you and others in some way. Now make a list of all the things you do like about yourself. It's natural to believe that your positive qualities undoubtedly serve both you and others. However, for every perceived positive, there's also a negative. I like that, like you pick up a stick, there's always another side of the stick. That's an Abraham thing. Now think about the negative aspects of your perceived positives. This is a process that takes a bit of time and requires an open heart and mind. It's definitely a worthwhile exercise, for in the end, you will hopefully see that nothing is good or bad. I really like the Rumi poem, Out Beyond Right Doing and Wrong Doing, there's a field, I'll meet you there. All right. Every aspect of you serves both you and others. Owning, accepting, and loving what is without wanting to change it will lead you to experience a happier, healthier, more harmonious life. The affirmation for this card, the Yin Yang card, I love and accept all I am. There is nothing to change. There is only love. Every aspect of me serves both me and others in some way. I create health, wealth, and harmony by loving what is. All I accept and love transforms to ever greater love. And I like what they say in there about the exercise, but what I want to take it in is like, find those things, some of those things that are currently disabling you from moving forward in the direction that you want. And then ask my favorite questions. What's the good in this? What's the joy in this? What's the lesson in this? And where is the love? And how can I bring love to this part of myself? That will bring you into greater harmony and wholeness in yourself. It will take you hopefully out of your mind, because a lot of times it's the mind and the ego that's like, this thing is bad, I'm just going to keep shoving it into the corner. Like the outsider. We have the outsider card, and we shove these things into the outside. You have beautiful divine things within you. You were made as you are for a reason. Believe that. Start to accept it, and then see what you can do with those parts of yourself that you do not necessarily love. Now, to finish up the astro, we do have the moon shifting into Sagittarius at 9 p.m. This moon shifting into Sagittarius is bringing a day of squares tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of square energy between Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces energy. So today, get into the juiciness of your flow. Get out of right doing, wrong doing. Find some kind of balance, because those squares can bring some lesson, and mutable squares do bring crossroad energies where we're like, I feel like I have to make a choice. So the more centered and whole and holy you can get now, the better. And to finish up with the Soulful Woman cards, True Worth. I think this goes so well with what we're talking about. True worth. My true worth is intrinsic and shines from my inner being like a sacred jewel of love and compassion. And I think as you're going through these things, whether these are parts of yourself that you love or parts of yourself that you don't love, find the worth, because there is value in every single part of you and in everything that you have moved through in this life. There is value, and you can then bring value to the rest of the world with it. So that's it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.